she might not have told you this, but my daughters do not respect men. So I'm letting you know that now, and I'm not joking when I tell you that, brother. And they have mouths when it comes to them getting into disagreements and engagements with men, and they will verbally put some lashings on you, brother, because they don't respect men. I'm just giving it to you forefront, brother, so you know what you're going in.
We can go ahead and place your order. While we're done with you did. I tried to take your order. You did.
Go out there.
I tried to take your order. You did.
Love you. Oh my God. Is that your boyfriend? Is that your boyfriend? Not anymore. Let's get the f out of here. Oh my God. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Go sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit. Have a seat. What?
Oh my goodness.
Where's your dad? Where's your mom?
You've not paid for your food yet.
Yeah, you pay for it.
You've not paid for your food. I'm a man, but you've not paid for your food yet. You can't leave. The bill's coming. Oh, the bill's coming. I'll tell security. Sit down. And your Uber's here in 4 minutes. Sit down. All right, I'll stop talking to you like it.
Honestly, like this is disgusting.
I'm not interested.
Were you saying about not having fun?
I'm done having fun. I'm done having fun. I had so much fun in my 20s. So much fun with so many men. Too much fun, honestly. I think I, reached the fun limit. But I'm serious about dating. I'm in my 30s. I have a plan. I have a time frame. I have deadlines.
Right.
I want a baby in a year. I just froze my eggs. I want a ring in 9 months. And I want to be married a year and a half, maybe 2 years. So I'm looking for someone who is at that level.
Well, this
and
is
is willing to meet me at that level.
for sure. This is our first date, so
Yeah,
I feel
know.
like
That's why I'm being
maybe
crystal clear, because so many men who look just like you have just wasted years of my life, and I'm so sick of it, and I'm not going to let it happen.
Well, I thought you were trying to have fun, so it's
No,
like
I'm not. I'm not having fun. I'm done having
right.
fun.
You're done with fun now, but before
I had so much fun.
yeah, that much is
with
clear.
a lot of men,
Yeah, I'm picturing a lot of things
and
right
I
now.
don't need to do it anymore. And
Yeah.
honestly, you're really not my type. My friend told me to go out with you, and because she seems like you're the type that wants to settle down. So
Okay.
normally I
Well,
don't go for you, but I feel like maybe you're at the same place in your life and my life. Right.
I don't know. Yeah, this might not be a great fit.
This is getting ridiculous. Where were you? How do your girl nights end up being 12 hours long?
Well, we decided to watch a movie. I fell asleep.
You fell asleep with the girls watching a movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should believe that or start investigating.
No, we just watched a movie. I fell asleep. I'm sorry.
Can't FaceTime you, can't Snapchat you, can't do nothing, have no clue where you are, but you just roll in at 2 a.m. like it's not a big deal.
I told you I was on my way home.
Yeah, well, I don't know, 12 hours with a bunch of girls, what's going on?
I fell asleep, but I
Like, what are you doing? Like,
I brought you leftovers.
are you trying to like do something, or what do you do with
No, I
them?
brought you leftovers.
Leftovers from where?
We had dinner.
Oh, well, at least you thought of me that way.
It's funny because these modern women be telling you to get home at a certain period in a certain point of time, but then when it comes to them, they can be out at all times of the day and night.
Ethan, you can change your mind.
Wait, do you want him? Oh, you want him? You want Ethan?
I think he was a good guy, and I think he deserves better.
What's your name?
Devin?
What makes you better than Madeline?
No offense, just more traditional. That's all. Just wouldn't kiss two men.
Do you have anything to say before you make a decision?
I like you, Devin.
I'm handsome? Do you think I'm handsome?
Yeah.
Then hand me some ass.
No.
What? Come correct.
Can you please hand me some of this?
That's not. Boy, take me on a bike ride so we can go grab something to eat. Right now I'm in Harlem. And we bike riding to Queens. Pray for me. Pray for me. Still bike riding. We went to Queens. We went to Brooklyn. I think we went to the Bronx.
Now, in his defense, Klay, I feel like Klay Thompson is always his way. he don't ever really get too excited. So obviously at a party around everybody, he not gonna be too hyped.
Boy just rung my doorbell and asked if he can do anything to make some money to take his old lady ID. I don't know if I got sure you do, but we're gonna make sure you take your old lady ID. I don't even need my grass cut. You see how I'm gonna say no to a little boy trying to make money to take his old lady ID? Shit, I got to.
I appreciate it.
Oh yeah. Appreciate you, bro.
You're welcome. Hey, if you need your yard cut anytime, I'll charge you free.
I got you. Good. Hey, if you see it need cutting, just come over here and cut it.
I got you.
If you stick with me, I could get you in as a foreman on the next job for sure, because I'll be a superintendent for sure.
Are you married?
I'm married, but I'm. It's complicated, you know. Like we're basically together because of the kids.
Oh.
Yeah, like we literally sleep in different beds, you know. I'm basically just dating my wife because of the kids.
So you want to pay for the drinks, not pay for the food?
No. You took me out.
It's our first date, though.
Right. So you should pay.
All right, I might have to take my own advice because right now I am so frustrated by the fact that like I can't see anything more with this guy I'm seeing. And he's a great guy. He's a great guy on paper, great guy in person. And I just don't understand why I don't see more with him. Like, what made me want to see more with my exes? You know, like it's so, I don't know why I'm getting emotional, but it's so frustrating. Like, he's a great guy. He's like such a good guy. And it's like, and then I don't see more with him. It's like, why? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand what is wrong with me.
Y'all want to suffer. It seems like modern women today get pleasure from pain. They get a high, a dopamine hit, an ego boost, some sort of weird, sick validation from suffering, from being put through torment. But then when a good man comes along, all of a sudden he's the problem and you need to protect against him. You need to guard against him. All of a sudden then they're choosing the bear.
So I have a yoga membership, so that's $150 a month. I get my hair colored at least once a month. Okay. That's about $180. Hair products, $150. Makeup, $300. I do go to saunas, $55 a day. And then I'll get a massage like once a month, and that's like $120.
Okay, wow. That's a lot of money on upkeep.
Okay, so what's your grand total?
We're at $1,205.
Alicia's budget? That's a lot of money for a 25-year-old. So my thought is, you got sugar daddy or something? I'm expensive.
Yeah, like
money to the cards where I can pay for it.
But like that's not.
To to order it on the DoorDash.
But we were just trying to add to that and pay for it anyway.
Yeah. They're gonna.
You don't got 130 on your card?
I have 130 on my card.
But not like 150?
No.
Yeah, we shouldn't be on no boat then. We need to start looking at jobs.
I'm gonna send it.
I caught 50 bodies about 13, 14. Like, I've been the biggest. You feel me? Even got a Goggle 3000 trophy, baby.
Your body count?
7.
Why you made that face? Tell me the truth.
25.
How about you?
I'm celibate.
Stop the cap.
Swear to God on my life.
Or he'll strike you right now.
Strike me dead right now, Lord, if I'm lying.
Yeah, I don't.
You have no roster?
No. I don't keep a roster.
Swear?
Bro,
Give me your phone. Give me your phone.
You're gonna stand on business every time.
Make me come, he was knocked out, I'm in this bitch, whoa. Cocaine never say my pussy dry.
Everybody I know is literally single right now. If you're feeling weird about it, it's hot girl summer, that's why you're single.
Really? You're not single because you're hot. You're single because your vibe screams it's going to be a nightmare after week 2.
Exactly. I don't know. And once again, I've been watching these Mean Girl Murders on ID, on HBO Max, and it details for you just how evil these modern women can be. I mean, spot on. After 2 weeks, I can see all the bad things about you.
I got assaulted by a stripper, got slapped in my face, and then spit in my face.
All right, what led up to that point?
They got mad because I wasn't tipping them, but I had spent money here. I drank 8 beers here. There's no sign on this establishment that says I have to tip them at all.
Are you with anybody else or just you?
Just him.
I'm gonna talk to you over.
She didn't say nothing. She just started hitting.
Didn't
Straight saying, you spit on me.
you still want to press charges?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
She spit on me right here, and then she slapped me in my face right here. And she also spit on him, too.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can will be used against you in court.
I'm so sorry. I'm just getting I have a lot of anxiety. I'm just getting nervous. You need to come get me. I am
you can
going
put
to
the
jail. Put the man.
Can I hold him puppy?
Hands in front of me.
I cannot do that.
They said I have to wait till tomorrow.
Oh, she's going to jail?
Yes.
I appreciate it.
And a man. Number 1, height. My man's gotta be above 6'2". My last 2 boyfriends were 6'3". Both of them. And they were jacked. And they looked really good. How am I supposed to downgrade from that? So, unfortunately, my next man will have to be 6'2" and up. Number 2, you can't have a gut. I need you built. I need you fit and going to the gym multiple times a week. I'm sorry, I'm just not gonna date a fat guy. If I can be in the gym 5 days a week and be fit and care about how I look, you can do it. Number 3, he cannot have a salary cap. Whatever career he's in, he needs to have multiple streams of income, and we need to be able to make as much money as possible. That's why I will never date a guy who works in corporate. What is your 100K salary cap gonna do for me? The max you'll ever be able to get to is 150? Yeah, no, we're good. I need you in a career that is going to make us money. I am a lover of luxury. I like expensive things. I like expensive vacations. So will you, if you're my man. So we need a career that can support that. Number 4, whenever we travel, he's got to be flying his business. I'm sorry, we're not staying in economy together. It's just not happening. Again, this is where the lack of salary cap is really gonna help. And number 5, he's gotta have a really nice watch. I'm not really impressed when I hear somebody has a Rolex anymore because those can be really cheap. I would much prefer if you had an AP or a Patek and maybe multiple of them. The Rolex can be your day watch and it's still better.
If you are married, your wife goes above everyone else, even your mom. There's a lot of mama boys out there that are not willing to put their wife above their mom. That's how it works. Don't get married if you are not willing to do that because you are not ready to be married.
In the last 2 years.
6 maybe? Maybe 6. That's not a lot.
Huh?
That's not a lot.
It's not a lot? You had 6 boyfriends in the past year. Why?
Look at me.
I'm gonna be honest, I mean this with no disrespect. You're not the most attractive girl we bailed out so far. You're probably the bottom of the list. I'm not saying
Right. And they tend to have all of the answers about what men should be doing. But then men are going to get hit with, well, if you ain't doing the things that my dad does, then why are we even here?
To enjoy outdoor activities. He must be calm, dominant, respectful, financially secure, loyal, responsible, honest, kind, authentic, thoughtful, a good communicator, athletic, health conscious, tall. I'm not finished. Affectionate, emotionally available. He must be a gentleman, hygienic, has nice teeth, well-dressed, old-fashioned, patient, dressed sophisticatedly, not skinny. If he is under 40, he must be above 6 feet tall. And if he is over 40, he must be above 5'9". This guy has to be extremely exclusive to me, but I definitely have to feel like I'm the most important person in your life.
Like, am I in a like? Are we racing? Like, dude, I'm going. Do not dare. Don't think about it. What is he doing? Oh my god! Now I'm gonna hit a tow truck. What is happening? What's going on? Wait, what's the rule? I'm so confused. Wait, what is happening? Oh. Wait, what is the drama? I don't even know what.
You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
I'm 23 and I'm in $300,000 of debt. And I'm not stressed about it. If I passed away tomorrow, that debt disappears. And honestly, as long as I can afford my daily Starbucks, I'm good. I am not stressing.
I can't even blame this on most women, honestly, because there's a lot of people that are in debt and they just like they just living like they not even in debt, like they just going on about their business. But obviously we do know the statistics on women having way more debt than men. We know that.
I've never paid emergency medical debt, and it has never impacted me negatively, and I'm going to tell you exactly how I do it. The first thing that you need to do is make sure that you get an itemized bill for all of your charges. So line by line item for what you are getting charged for. Then just don't pay the bill. Just ignore everyone. Just don't pay it at all. And then next, what you're going to do is you're going to let that bill hit your bad debt. And then instead of trying to settle it with the person that issued the bill, you're going to dispute it on your credit report. Now, whenever you dispute it online, you want to compare those line by line items to anything that costs money in like real life. And I'm going to give you guys an example here. So I had like a $2,500 ambulance bill, right? And so whenever I was going through it line item by line item, what I said was, I don't understand how the rate of just taking me 3 miles was so much whenever I can have an Uber driver take me there for $8. So I compared the cost for that line item to $8. I do this line by line, and then I say, this is what my actual bill should have been, but they're never going to negotiate that. I didn't consent to these charges. I'm not going to pay it. It's not fair. It doesn't seem legal. 100% of the time, this just come off my credit. It's happened more than once. So if you guys have these emergency medical debts, just don't pay them and argue, because what they're charging you is probably actually illegal.
I guess I just don't understand why you would brag about something like this. You know what I mean? If you can't pay it and you're having trouble doing that, but these modern women have no shame, like none. It'd be one thing, it's like, man, I can't pay it and I'm trying, I'm working a double shift, I'm trying to get whatever I can and pay you guys. Just lost my job, I can't do it, I don't know what else to do. But you're out here bragging. Now, I understand that medical costs can be outrageous. I agree with you on the ambulance thing. Definitely. You took me 3 miles. How is it $1,000? Well, I mean, from the other perspective, you know, they got a lot of equipment and stuff like that. But I see both sides of it. But I understand what you're saying. But what I don't understand is, why would you be bragging about not paying your debts?
You're not paying them.
Because why would I?
No, like if it starts back up, if none of them are forgiven.
I mean,
you'll just not pay them?
Yeah.
So minimum monthly payments come in, you owe us $300, you're just
Yeah.
And that hurts your credit, you don't care?
Yeah.
It might go to collections and people could come after you and potentially sue you do not care?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
I'm not paying them.
Not paying them. So what's the mindset behind this? I'm curious.
I just think it's stupid. Like, it's not real.
Now,
it's not real.
Question like on morality, because morality is, you know, person to person.
Mm-hmm.
Some people think it's like a general thing, there's a general morality. Some people get their morality from the Bronze Age, some people just get it from the lives they're born in, whatever. When it comes to your morals, there were student loans that were a contract that you signed with your name, agreeing to pay back. Do you not feel a moral responsibility?
Not at all.
Okay.
I am inviting you all to come out and unlearn some things with me. There are a lot of rules that have put in can't talk. There's a lot of rules that have been put in place that were not necessarily designed for us. And then we wonder why we don't have the type of success that we want. We wonder why we don't have the relationships that we want, why we don't have the money that we want, but it's because we have been abiding by a different set of rules that do not apply. So what I have created is a bi-weekly series called the Unlearning Lab, to where you are invited to join me every other Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time so that we can unlearn some things. The very first thing that we're going to unlearn is finances. There are ways that we have been taught about finances that, number one, I just feel like there's a better way. Let me just put it that way. Because we have been following industry standard or whatever. And for a lot of us that have been trying to learn or become financially literate, that, you know, the standard practice has been pay off all of your debt. Go down practically to the bare minimum. Eat beans and rice and beans. And then from there, once you have paid off all of your debt, now you can go up, start to bolster up your savings a little bit more, and then go on and do other responsible adulting type things. The issue with that is that if you go all in with paying off your debt and you have this much saved for any issues, any life things that may arise, you may be putting yourself in even deeper debt, because there's no way that you can call anybody back that you have just paid this extra amount of money to, and they'll give it back to you if you need it. You can't call the credit card company back and say, hey, I know I just gave y'all an extra $1,000 2 days ago, but my water heater just went out, and so I kind of need that money back. Can you send that to me, and then I'll send it back to you again? That's not gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen, not one bit. And so we're gonna have to unlearn that maybe, just maybe, we need to protect our four walls first, and we need to save for rent or whatever. Good morning. Because with everything that's changing in the world, you could think that your job is solid and then be fired tomorrow. Now what? We want to be comfortable. I don't like to call it emergency savings. I like to call it fast cash, but not fast cash, calm cash, but it can be fast. But we want to have cash available, money set aside for situations such as this, so that if you were to be fired, removed, your position went away, whatever, that you don't have to be stressed, because you know that you've bought yourself some time to where at least you know that you can pay all of your bills, that you have covered your four walls, and you can sleep a little bit better at night. So check out the link that's in my bio. It's called the Unlearning Lab, that we're going to be doing on Wednesday, July the 16th at 8 p.m.
I see where she's coming from. I think the idea of paying down all of your debts and doing it, I think you're talking about Dave Ramsey. The idea of doing that, and I'm not for or against. I'm not advocating for or against it. I'm just saying I think the idea of you paying all your debts down is that you would be able to kind of, well, Dave Ramsey don't want you to have a credit card anyway, but if you start paying down your debt, then you would have money on the credit card. So when an emergency comes up, then you'd be able to pay that. Does that make sense? So you're paying down all your debts, and hopefully you get them all down. And when you know, there's not going to be an emergency, hopefully, that's going to be happening every single day. There's not going to be something that's happening every single day. And if you're running into problems where you can't live your life, then you need to go back and check out what your bills are. It's like, okay, where do I need to cut? What do I need to cut back on? What do I need to do more of? Maybe I need to work more hours to cover this or get that, right? Because obviously there's some things that you need, and then honestly and truly, there's a lot of things that you don't need. Okay, and I'm not telling you to live in poverty. I'm just saying when you reassess your life, you can kind of get a clearer picture of what it is that you're actually supposed to be doing. So I think, once again, the idea is you keep on knocking that debt down consistently. You're not going to have an emergency every day. That's why it's called an emergency, because it rarely happens. And when it does happen, it's terrible. It's catastrophic. And once again, one emergency can really clear you out. But the idea is pay that debt down. You got a little bit of a cushion. If you're consistently doing that, that debt's going to come down, maybe even to the point, depending on how much debt you have, maybe even to the point that you can now say, okay, I've got enough cash, the cash that I would put on the credit card, I'm now setting it aside, now setting it aside, now setting it aside. So when an emergency comes, we're better prepared to handle that emergency. Like I said, you know, regardless of how much you save, there are some emergencies, particularly a lot of times in the medical field, that for the average American, there ain't no amount of saving that you're going to be able to do to be able to cover that. Like that, in medical debt wipes it can and does wipe people out. So I just think it's the consistency there, but I do get your point.
So for years, debt collectors have basically been doing what they want to do. So if a debt collector is calling you, emailing you, texting you, the best thing, if they're texting or emailing you, what you should reply with is, I refuse to pay the debt. I refuse to pay the debt. And all you gotta do is look up Consumer Law 15 U.S.C. 1692 CC, and it tells you in there that you can notify them that you refuse to pay the debt. When you do that, you are just simply letting them know, like, hey, I'm not paying this, and they're supposed to not, that means for them to cease and desist, not to contact you anymore. However, this one particular debt collector, they text back, and I knew there was a violation, so I took it to my federal court local to me. Took it, paid $402 to file a complaint. Took all about 30 days. We went back and forth, you know, trading out some stuff. They came back with their affirmative defenses, just kind of telling me, oh, you know, we don't agree with what you're saying, da 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 da. However, before you go to court, y'all gotta have a meeting. It's called a 26F meeting. We had that today, just a few hours ago or whatever. So they didn't want to talk nothing. Like, they didn't have no smoke for me. All they wanted to do was talk about settling and removing the inquiry. Like, they're like, yeah, so you know, is statutory damages, you're only liable for $1,000. And I'm like, well, hey, look, TransUnion versus Ramirez says if they're statutory damages, they're actual damages, right? So I said, well, you know, I'll take $5. And she's like, you know, well, my client probably won't go for that. Well, we'll let the court decide, right? So she's like, let me get back to you. I'll send you an email, you know, kind of confirming our settlement amount. So my whole point of this message is, you don't pay no debt collectors, they pay you. That's it. Don't pay a debt collection agency, period. Even if it doesn't go that route of you getting paid from it, still don't pay it. Get it deleted. You never had business with these third-party people. They cannot present a contract that says, oh, you signed that you will pay a debt to me. That's just not how it works. Like, I don't know for how long these people have been able to get over. Like, I researched one particular debt collection agency, and they have made $23 million in 2022 off of people. Like, taking them to court, just getting these judgments against people because people choose not to show up. Show up for yourself. Put it on the internet. Ask questions. There's people around you that know what they're doing that can get you out of these garnishments and stuff like that. So my whole message is, don't pay a debt collector.
Well, sometimes these banks are signing contracts. Banks are in the business of making money, and they do it in a various amount of ways. So if they give you a loan and then the loan goes bad, obviously they're getting more money. But some contracts have it to where, and you sign the contract to where they say we can sell this off and they can collect on our behalf, or they can, they basically take on the debt and they can go after you and collect for it, right? So you also have to think about that. A lot of times people, the way they make it seem is you can like walk off scot-free with no consequences, but I would definitely be careful with that.
This girl telling us a story about how she got ghosted for looking too good, but in the same breath told us that she met this man out at a bar and went home with them the same night. They did the little whatever. He took her to coffee the next day, and she was like, so are you going to ask me on a date? Like, or do I have to do it? So she was like, we can either go to dinner or for drinks. Of course he chose drinks. Of course. She gets in her car, drives to him like 30 minutes away for the dates. He not dressed right, so she redresses him. They go out for the drinks. She gets really drunk. She stays over again. Next day, cooks her breakfast, send her on her way. Now, he not really fooling with her, not really texting her back. So she's like, what the heck is going on? The following weekend, he hit her up asking what she got going on. And she responded something, and he didn't respond back to her like at all. So she goes out that night and she sees him in a bar sharing a cigarette with another woman. So she walks up to the table right next to him and starts talking to a guy. He notices her. He gets up and he leaves. She texts him saying, hey, I saw you talking to this girl. He didn't respond for 2 days. On the second day, he said, well, I seen you talking to a guy. I didn't really know what to do. And she's like, I need to be chased. I need to be pursued. This man sent her, what the F does that mean? Kobe Bryant, Kanye West meme. I guess some time go by. She go to that same bar where she's seen him at. Him and his friends are there. Him and his friends, they go to the bathroom. And whenever they come out, she's there talking about, so you weren't going to say hi? And he was like, I didn't see you there. She was like, yeah, I was going to throw my drink in your face, but, whatever. She ends off by saying she's classy, high value. He not on her level. And he pretty much goes to her because she looks too good and she dressed too nice on their date. Babe, that man ghosted you because he wanted something and he didn't know that it was going to be that easy to get. Rookie mistake. But I need you to know you didn't get ghosted because you look too good. That's not why.
I have to look at the camera and I say this. You cannot do what these do. The friend with benefits thing for a woman is a scam. It never works. It never works. It never works. I'm trying to tell you, somebody is going to get caught up emotionally. Women cannot play men games. I have met so many women that's just like, I don't want a relationship. I'm just here for a good time. 2 months, 6 months, 8 months, they on my line crying about it. You cannot do what these men do. And a man is always going to think differently about you after he's had sex with you. It's just the way that the cookie crumble. Now, people ask me, when you have sex with a man on the first date or the second date or too soon, does that mess up like how he thinks about you? And I always say, first he gonna think I'm that, like I'm him. She likes me so much that she gave it to me. The second thing that he's thinking is, does she do this with everybody? After that, look, post let me shut up. After that, like, you know what I'm saying? The moment happens, okay? Post the clarity, okay? He gonna be like, hold on.
Someone tagged me in this video. She said, my issue is my dad pays for my nails, toes, hair, and weekly takes my car to detail it himself, fill up my tank, and wash it in our driveway. He raised me to believe real men want to take care of women they love. It's not a chore. It's the most masculine thing they can do. I need the women to understand I'm on one knee right now. Your dad is your father. You came out of him. He has a biological duty to take care of you, the same way your mother does. You know who does not have a biological duty to take care of you? Literally anyone else besides those two people. Your dad could give you $1 million every day for the rest of your life. And that shouldn't change a thing because he's your dad. He's your father. You're a woman he loves, but you're a woman he loves in a different way than what you're talking about. Don't conflate, oh, I'm just a woman he loves. Do you think he loves you the same way he loves his wife? Ew. Why? Now I'm on both knees. Why aren't you guys understanding this? And it's horrifying because I know they're seeing each other's videos and it's getting just like constantly reinforced. Like this is horrible.
Somebody in the comments said, if a dude wrote, my mom cooks, cleans, and washes my clothes, she sees the value in a man, it's the most feminine thing you can do. He's getting fried in the comments and stitches immediately. These modern women act like they don't understand that, but they really do understand it.
Black women are crashing out on the internet again. Now they're crashing out because they're like crashing out, crying on the internet, because now they're saying that the United States government is not set up to support single moms. So they are saying, black women are saying, and maybe some other women, and not all black women are saying that, saying that the United States government is not set up to help single moms. It's not set up that way. So let's roll it back to like the 60s. Remember when the United States government was actually rewarding certain demographics of people to keep men out of their house? Remember? You know what I'm talking about. Y'all were getting food stamps, Medicaid, housing vouchers, and the only stipulation for eligibility was you couldn't be married and there couldn't be a black man or a man living in your house. You had to be single. And you guys were down for it. And I know this for a fact because my mom had a friend who was on welfare, the more children you had, the bigger your welfare check. You guys were good with that. You were just pumping out babies and on the government's tit. But now, because Trump is putting a kibosh on the eligibility requirements, you guys are crying, saying that the United States is not built to support single moms. When was being a single mom a thing? And now that the government's not coming to rescue you, now it's a problem. You shouldn't be a single mom anyway. Now, there are a lot of women, hear me before you go in the comments, that are single moms for several different reasons. My mother was a single mom. People get divorced, happens all the time. People need assistance, government assistance, every once in a while, maybe not. But the goal is, can you help me? And then you work to not have to be reliant. Black women, specifically the ones crying, not all, you guys just thought that the free train was just going to keep on riding down the track. All at the same time calling black men specifically toxic masculinity. All you guys, the women, aggressive, acting like men. The men are, at fundraisers in red dresses. You guys are like supporting them. Black men don't want to have nothing to do with black women anymore. You guys are mad about that. But now, because your EBT has been cut off or cut in half, and you have to have a work eligibility to even qualify, you have to have a work eligibility to get Medicaid unless you're a senior or disabled, now it's a problem. But it wasn't a problem a couple weeks ago when y'all were getting free bundles at the hair beauty care place opening up. Oh, and on top of that, the other part of that crash out is, there's hundreds and hundreds of thousands of black women getting laid off from corporate America. Newsflash, there are hundreds and thousands of people being laid off, not just black women. But you guys were like parading around because black women are the most educated of all groups. Black women have the most degrees. Black women who have the most degrees are the ones crying on the internet because their EBT got cut off. So now it's an issue. Now it's a problem because the United States government, allegedly, per some of y'all, is not built to support a single mom. When the hell did being a single mom become a flex? Because women who are single moms because of a divorce or they lost a spouse. There are reasons why that happens. But you guys are just smashing and making babies, have 5 different baby daddies. Your hair is done with the weaves and the bundles. Your lashes are done. You're on the internet bragging about it. You're showing your EBT food hauls. But now all that's going away because the government has cut you off their tit. And now it's a problem. Why wasn't it a problem when they were telling you, as long as there's not a man in your house, we'll give you you didn't think that there was something wrong with that? You had no aspirations to be a family, a wife to a husband and have a family and try to make it work, aside from situations that happen, that was not your goal. You just wanted free money. The free money train is over. And now you guys are crying on the internet. And then there's still some of that people going live asking for money. If I have 13,000 followers, if all of y'all send me $1, I can blah, blah, blah. Get out of here. Because there are people who are working, taxpayers, who are struggling. Did y'all see the woman? She wasn't a black woman. Talking about that food haul. She bought like 30 frozen pizzas. There was not one single thing in her EBT food haul that was healthy. You guys have your kids running through Walmart, grabbing because you don't got to pay for it. But now, and this is not all black women. So before you come in my comments, focus. Now crying, saying that the government, the United States of America, is not set up to help single moms. Let me know down in the comments, who in the comments thinks that being a single mom by choice because you got 5 different baby daddies and none of them would marry you was a flex to begin with? Let me know. And I'm not talking about the women who needed help, who need help. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The ones that are going to be nasty in the comments, y'all.
Old and they still want younger girls. There's also a problem.
Let's say if he's 40, dating a 20-year-old, would that be weird?
It's pushing it.
Pushing it.
100%. You should have morals as men and as women.
There we go. So
where you do not look at women under a certain age or at that point because it's just morally.
Okay, so you think it's immoral. Who agrees with her? Show of hands.
I don't really know.
It's funny because all of you women have on makeup. The makeup is to cover up wrinkles, to cover up blemishes, to make you look younger. So you're always trying to present yourself in the most youthful way. So with that being said, it can't be immoral if you're actually trying to look young to the guys that you're dating.
So men tend to get demonized for liking the youthful look, for liking the youthful presentation, right? It's not necessarily that they're going to date or marry that person, because statistically speaking, most people get with somebody that's within 2 to 3 years their age range, okay? So, or their age, I should say that, not age range, because your age range could be, well, 10 years on either side. Well, 2 to 3 years within that. No, your age, and 2 to 3 years, give or take, right? But men like that look. And so when you demonize men, and he made a good point, you need to be looking at yourself, and you need to be demonizing yourself, right? A lot of times women of a certain age like to use makeup to sort of turn back the hands of time. And so when you look at makeup and when you look at anti-aging, they tend to overlap, right? Even if you would want to say, well, it's not sold as anti-aging, or they don't say it's anti-aging. It's just a little bit of lipstick. It's just a little bit of blush. The makeup is to make you, like he was saying, look more youthful. It's to restore color. When you have lipstick, that's to restore the color in your lips. As you get older, naturally for everybody, the color starts to leave your face. It's only natural, right? And so that lipstick gives you that color back that you had in what? In your younger days. Blush, what is that doing? Restoring back some of that color to your cheeks, right? And so you have that. And then I think statistically speaking, when you look at skincare is another main driver in the anti-aging industry, right? A lot of women purchase skincare. I've got to have a routine, and it's got to be this. It's Korean skincare, and I'm not against that. I'm not against that at all. But that's what you're using it for. Well, you can kind of make the argument that you're using skincare to, keep your skin okay, right? Not necessarily for wrinkles, but just to, and I do believe that you should have a good skincare routine. You should keep your skin, you should keep your body clean, good hygiene, right? But skincare in general, we're using certain serums and we're using certain creams to turn back the hands of time. Oh, I see a wrinkle right here, right? I'm using it to turn back the hands of time. Oh, I got a little gray up here. Instead of appreciating the wisdom, instead of appreciating the coming of age, the maturing of yourself, the phase that's leaving and the phase that you're entering into. And it's not just women that put this on themselves. I can be fair and say that, society in a lot of ways has put this on women. You need to look like this. You need to behave like this. You need to buy this so you can look a certain way, right? But that's what you're doing. You're trying to look a certain way. Oh, I see a little gray string. I gotta run out and dye my hair. Oh man, my lips are losing color. I gotta go and get some lipstick. Oh yeah, my lips are getting a little thin. Or I don't really like my nose. Go get some lip filler. Oh, I got too many wrinkles. Go get some Botox. You're doing all of it. I wouldn't necessarily say all the time to compete with younger women, but I want to look a little bit younger. I want to look like I was, maybe I'm 50. I want to look like I was in my 30s. I know I'm probably not going to get 20. That's a little bit of a stretch. But I want to look like I looked in my 30s. And that's how some of these older ladies think when they start getting up in age, right? If you look at movie actresses, they be 60, 70, 80 years old. Heaps of makeup, pounds of makeup, and you're like, man, they look so, wow, they really turn back the hands of time. Makeup and some stuff that they've done to their body cosmetically. But after they get off, after you see them off the set, and maybe they just walking down the street and they ain't got no makeup on, you're like, whoa, yeah, they definitely look their age. It's the makeup that's turning back the hands of time. It's all of the things that they do to their face and their body that they're trying to turn back the hands of time. So when you're trying to demonize men for liking the look and then going out and getting that look, not necessarily for men, but because you want to feel younger, why is a man morally, why is he deplorable? Why is he morally misguided? Well, why is his character shot? It's always got to be the man's problem.